Have you built an AI system that was supposed to take a weekend? But 3 weeks later, you're knee-deep in utility scores and debugging that never ends. That's called feature creep, and in development, it's a silent killer. When we think about AI, we dream big. We imagine enemies that adapt, learn from player behavior, coordinate tactical strikes, and evolve their strategies over time. We want our NPCs to feel almost human. And that ambition, that's exactly what destroys your projects. Because every cool idea you add becomes a new system. Every new system creates new edge cases. Every edge case needs debugging, and every debug session reveals 3 more features you obviously need to add. Building AI without boundaries is like dumping a giant tub of Lego on the floor and trying to build a spaceship, but you don't have instructions. You don't know how big it should be, and you keep changing your mind about what spaceship even means. You start building something cool, like the cockpit. It looks great, but then you think, this cockpit needs 6 ejection seats and foldable consoles. What if the seats should rotate and the consoles had mini screens? 3 hours later, you've used 2,000 pieces on the most over-engineered cockpit in history. But you still don't have wings, engines, or anything that would make this thing fly. That's feature creep in action. You're building the most sophisticated individual components, but you've lost sight of the actual goal, making something that works as a whole. And just like that Lego spaceship, your AI system might have incredible sophisticated pathfinding, advanced behavior trees, and machine learning algorithms, but the player just wants an enemy that provides a fun challenge. What's the most over-engineered AI system you've ever built? Drop a comment below. So why do we do this to ourselves? Why is AI development so prone to feature creep? First, AI feels like it should be smart. When you're building a jump mechanic, you know when it's done, the character jumps. But AI intelligence is subjective. There's always room for just a little more sophistication. Second, each individual addition seems small. Adding footstep detection, that's just an audio trigger. Adding squad coordination, that's just message passing. But these small additions compound exponentially. If you have 3 behaviors, you have 3 potential interactions. Add a 4th behavior, and suddenly you have 6 potential interactions. Add a 5th, and you're up to 10. By the time you have 8 behaviors, you're mapping 28 different ways they can interact with each other. Third, there's pressure to make AI feel next-gen. We see amazing AI tech demos at conferences and think, my enemies should be that smart too. But those demos took teams of specialists months to create for a single controlled scenario. Here's how you beat feature creep. Lock your scope early and build only what was scoped. Define your AI's job in 1 sentence. Not a paragraph, 1 sentence. The enemy patrols an area and chases the player when spotted. That's it. If you can't explain what your AI does in 1 sentence, it's probably doing too much. List the absolute minimum behavior added. For that patrol and chase enemy, you need exactly 3 behaviors. Patrol between waypoints. Detect player in range. Move toward player. Notice what's not on that list. Advanced pathfinding around dynamic obstacles, squad coordination, learning player patterns, audio detections. Those might be nice, but they're not minimum viable behaviors. Build in order of gameplay importance. Start with the behavior that most directly serves the player experience. Usually that's react to player. Get detection and chasing rock solid before you even think about patrol patterns. Test each behavior in isolation. Before you add behavior number 2, make sure behavior number 1 works perfectly in every situation you can think of. Corner cases, edge cases, weird player behavior. Stress test each component before adding complexity. Set clear done criteria. The enemy follows the player smoothly without getting stuck is done criteria. The enemy intelligently navigates complex environments is not. One is measurable, the other is subjective and infinite. Here's the golden rule of game AI. Never build more than what's required to create the illusion of intelligence. Players don't need your enemies to actually be smart. They need them to feel smart, respond predictably to player action, and create interesting game moments. Remember, the best AI is the AI that's in players' hands, not the AI that's still in development hell. If you've been rebuilding AI systems for each game you make, then watch this video next. See you there.